Hello everybody and welcome back to Analog Vernacular. Today we're going to be playing some more Final Fantasy XVI, and we're going into what might be the last side quest, question mark. We're going to go and talk to Joshua. He was worried about Jill, so let's go.
Joshua, I read your message. You're right. Jill is different. I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. And to let her know that we still need her, now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the Duchy? And Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill.
To see the snow daisies, I remember. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too pleased.
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business. What do you say?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left. What would you do without me, Clive?
He's a good brother. You're a good bro.
I can't say my travels ever took me back to Man's Hill. I'm curious to see how it has fared.
Right, it's just right there. Let's go. Here be Rosfields. Visit all areas on the world and local maps. Hell yeah. Was this area accessible early in the game, or did we just miss it?
I'm sorry, Clive.
There's nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
Damn, that's too bad.
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Perhaps, but it's the only place I know of. Knew of.
Then why not ask someone who might know of another?
Someone in the backyard? To the hideaway, then.
Okay, back we go.
Let's hope one of the gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
Wait,
What can I get you, Sid?
buy around for the haul.
That's what we like to hear.
Spend 36,000 gil at the Tub and Crown. Very nice.
Knock 'em back, everyone. Sid's buying.
I didn't even know that was a trophy. You don't even get anything for it. So it's just because you want to. And you have the money to buy a round for everybody.
Oh, you're not leaving already, are you?
Gotta save the world. This isn't even what Clive sounds like. This is more of what's the main character from Deus Ex? It's more like him. Very gravelly. I am no Ben Starr. But who is? Who could live up to such a legend?
Oh. What brings you down from the heavens, Sid?
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow daisies grow. Preferably in abundance.
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. And where the winds are strong enough to carry the seeds. I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to start.
Damn it.
There in the Royal Meadows, perhaps?
There we go, second
Both
lead.
have similar climbs and the right elevation. If the Blight hasn't claimed them yet.
Right. Thank you.
Did you learn where we might find our flowers?
The gardener here mentioned the Royal Meadows in Sambrak.
Ah, the fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, then Yote was right. I recalled that she kept a record of our travels, you see. So I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew.
Did you kiss her too?
She mentioned Oilerfeist Bay.
Whose shores border the meadows. Off we go then.
When we're done with my thing with Jill, you know, wooing Jill with getting her these unique flowers that are very rare, let's do one for you and Yote and get you laid. I'm a good brother. I will find a way to get you laid, bro. You just have to let me. Let it happen. I'm here for you, my man. Wingman Joshua.
And how might I help the garrison today?
Oh, and if I haven't mentioned it in this playthrough,
I haven't seen any of those.
I'm
movies.
currently playing Baldur's Gate 3, and by the time you see this episode, I will be pretty far into that playthrough. And it's going to be a very long game, but it's also one of the best things that I've played this year, and that's saying a lot because this year has so many bangers, it's ridiculous. Go and watch that playthrough because, my god, am I having the best time. I've always loved Larian.
Ambrosia.
Divinity Original Sin 2 is like a top 10 game for me, which is the game they did before Baldur's Gate 3. And, yeah. Baldur's Gate 3 is living up to Larian's prestige. And exceeding it, so definitely go and check that playthrough out. Even if you think you're not interested, just trust me. Just check it out.
Start.
Just give it a
You mentioned
chance.
the coastline. We can start there.
I don't think you'll be disappointed. If you like RPGs even a little bit, you shouldn't be disappointed.
The flowers.
Nope, where'd he go? Must have killed him. I'm just too good.
What do you see, boy?
Oh, there's something else, huh? Oh! Don't you ruin these flowers. I will murder you, bro.
Let's hope this is the last one.
Only one way to find out.
Nice.
well.
A little Worgen thought he was going to accomplish something in that fight. He did
That was
not.
harder than I expected.
Damn, take her a full bouquet.
But found her. It was worth it. They're beautiful.
Do you think Jill will like them?
She'll love them. Come on. Let's go.
I get the feeling he could give her a rock and she'd be thrilled. She could give me a rock and I'd be thrilled. Just saying. I love Jill. Do not trust anyone online who thinks Jill is a boring character. They're just narratively illiterate.
It appears my work is done. The rest, as they say, is up to you. Well, you and the skies. We wouldn't want another thunderstorm now, would we?
Ifrit, you have my sincerest gratitude for reuniting me with Master Harpocrates that I might embark upon this most important of journeys, my heart free of regret. Though in these past few moons I have come to realize that the longer I spend in the company of you and your brother, the deeper I find myself in your debt. We must swiftly see to the menace that is Ultima, if not to save the world, to save me from an eternity of recompense, Dion. It's kind of fun that he refers to us as Ifrit. Safe returns. Thank you, Clive, for ever indulging the whims of this doddering old soul. I am ashamed that for far too many years I allowed stubbornness and fear to keep me from something so simple as letting a friend know how proud I was of him. Your intervention has lifted a heavy pall from my heart. Perhaps upon your triumphant return from the skies, you might be inclined to set to page that quill I gifted you. There are many of us who would hear a first-hand account of your time, with the Holy Prince, myself included, Harpocrates II. Man, as we're getting closer to the end of the game, thematically they're tying up so many loose ends that I don't know if Clive's coming back from this final mission. Like, I've been wondering the whole game, I'm like, one of these brothers might not survive the end of the game. And I'm thinking it's going to be Clive, and it hurts my soul, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I'm nervous, though. It's gonna hurt.
Jill.
If it happens that way.
There's something I'd like to show you.
Look at her, she's perfect.
There is? And where might this something be?
It's, not here. Now, I know this is sudden, but how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
You need to propose to this girl.
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you. Joshua and I. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or tried to?
How could I forget?
You always had feelings for her.
You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my spirits. In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted. I was nothing to them. A pawn at best. I felt so trapped. So lonely.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks.
Oh.
And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling.
Flashback? Oh, I thought we were gonna get a cute-ass flashback. That would have been great.
Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me.
Oh, and that's so great that he
you
did.
have. Again and again.
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
I don't know.
Look at that, somebody asked you what you want. Imagine that. Oh, that's gotta feel good.
Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
Another continent it is.
Then... that's what you'll have.
God damn, he's smooth. What a power couple.
And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
Oh my god. Well done, my man. Sometimes he's clueless,
I
but
never was much good at garlands. But it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure.
what a great scene. And to think people that refuse to do the side quests are going to miss it completely. And then they're going to say that Jill's a shitty character. Unbelievable.
We should probably be getting back. I expect the others are wondering where we are.
You're right. There's still much to do.
And we'll do it together.
Don't you die at the end of this game, Clive. You have a promise to keep to Jill. Shiva's kiss. That's amazing. Alright, is this going to unlock one final mission for Joshua? That's the only thing that makes sense for that last item. Joining hands with Jill. Jill has joined Clive's party and will remain with him until departing for Origin. Okay, there's no exclamations here.
I was wondering when next you'd visit.
Ask about Dion.
I well recall.
The time I spent at the Imperial Palace instructing the young prince on the history of our realm. He was quite unlike the other noble-born children I had taught, not only for the keenness with which he listened, but for the earnestness of his conviction.
He truly believed
That it was the Empire's duty to serve the people, and was determined to study the past that he might not repeat its mistakes. Which is the reason why what befell Twin weighs so heavily on his soul. He must live with the consequences, and I fear it will take more than merely time to heal such wounds.
it will take forgiveness
Not from you or me, nor his countrymen, nor even from his late father, no.
from himself.
Only then might his flower bloom again.
I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. Now this,
Maxed out.
I believe you will find most interesting.
No trophy for that one? Well, that's wild. Alright, yeah, let's read all of these. Reverie, an impossibly tall tower in central ash that seems to pierce the very heavens. It was built by Ultima when he first arrived in Valisthea. From its heights, he examined the flow of ether through the land, and thereby determined the optimum placement for the mother crystals. Okay. So that one was built, it wasn't a crashed airship. The Sins of Zemeckis. An incident in which the Fallen launched an assault on the mother crystal Zemeckis to claim its power, and in so doing stoked the ire of Ultima himself. Okay. The Fallen launched the assault. Yeah, no, that makes sense. So the people that made all of the airships and stuff decided to go after the mother crystals. Okay. And then they were destroyed by Ultima. And that was the fall. Gotcha. And in so doing stoked the ire of Ultima himself. In response, the self-proclaiming god destroyed the crystal, leaving behind both a great yawning crater and a cautionary legend that had since spread throughout Valisthea. Dominant. Those within whom sleeps the power of an Eikon, the dominants are but a stepping stone in the creation of Ultima's perfect vessel, Mythos. When Ultima sowed the seeds of humanity, he imbued those assigned to protect each mother crystal with an elemental affinity, a power that would amplify over the generations until the Eikons eventually emerged. Though the memory of their power remains even after it is absorbed into Mythos, it takes an increasing toll upon their persons to summon it. So in other words, like, the power was weaker and it's been gaining strength over the eons, and eventually Mythos would be able to absorb all of those to create the perfect vessel for Ultima. The Fallen. An ancient civilization that thrived some thousands of years before the present day. Though no direct records of the Fallen remain, early legends in the modern corpus speak of them as the Mene of Magica, the pinnacle of whose magical technology was the airship, enormous cities that soared through the skies. Comparisons of the ruins of these airships and other ancient structures connected to Ultima reveal slight but marked differences, suggesting the former is but a close copy of the latter. Alas, it seems their pursuit of Ultima's most closely guarded secrets led to their downfall when they sent their fleet against Zemeckis, and ushered in the tragedy that saw their civilization fall. So, basically, he let humanity sort of build themselves so that he could eventually claim his vessel, but they were just a tool in order to create the perfect vessel. But he kind of just disappeared for a while, and when he came back, he realized, oh, they have gained sentience. They are doing their own thing. They no longer serve just me, but themselves. And that's when the conflict between the two rose. That's when they went after the Mother Crystal, and he destroyed that Mother Crystal, destroyed their civilization, sent them back to an older age, probably reset the process a little bit, because he had to. And now we're here. The Ultima Civilization. The ancient civilization of the godlike Ultima Collective, their discovery of magic helped them to thrive, but came at a terrible cost, the onset of the Blight. After their cities fell and their people perished, the few survivors fled to the untouched land of Valisthea to lay the groundwork for their future revival. The Apothecary beneath Phoenix Gate and the Tower of Reverie in Waloed are both relics of their civilization, and far predate those of the Fallen. The Arete Stone, a mysterious ceramic tablet that stands in the Hideaway. Though it closely resembles a relic of the Fallen, the way in which it reacts to Clive's presence and urges him to unlock his hidden potential suggests some connection to Ultima. It is likely that this stone, as well as other towers of similar construction that dot the landscape, were created by the creature before he entered his slumber in order to aid in the perfection of his vessel, Mythos. The Obelisks. Ancient technology of the Ultima Collective set in place upon their advent to Valisthea in order to guide the flow of ether toward the Mother Crystals, that the land's life force might be harvested all the more readily. The obelisks are separate entities to the Mother Crystals themselves, so the latter's destruction does not affect the former's function. After Ultima cast Primogenesis, the resulting imbalance in the ether made these obelisks glow all the brighter. Okay, the Children of Zemeckis. The tribe who once dwelled in the land surrounding the lost Mother Crystals of Zemeckis, this Mother Crystal communicated directly with Origin, from whence Ultima kept watch on the world from his slumber. And so those people who lived around it had a closer relationship with their creator than most. It was they who founded the Circle of Malleus to keep the word of their lord and future savior alive. After the tragedy of Zemeckis and the first fall of humanity, the few survivors of the Children of Zemeckis fled to the outer continent, where they continued to worship their god and await the day when they would join him in paradise. The Savior Myth. Among the teachings of the Circle of Malleus is the story that the Lord Almighty delivered unto his children a prophecy of their future salvation before hiding himself away in the heavens, a myth that lived on in many of the folk religions that would later supplant it. Though long considered to be naught but a legend, it is possible that this reflects a real historical event. Ultima's final words to his humanity before he entered hibernation deep beneath Valisthea. The few remaining sources disagree on Ultima's precise wording, but on 4 points they all align. That on some future day of reckoning, the incarnation of the Lord would appear among mankind and remake the world. That the advent of this incarnation would be heralded by the emergences of several heavenly servants of great might, that the Lord's faithful should rally these servants together in order to bring the incarnation into being, and that for their loyalty they would be rewarded with the greatest gladness. Ultima's thralls. Soulless automata, largely composed of ether, whose only motivation is to see that their creator's will is done. Ultima gave them life upon their first arriving in Valisthea, and immediately tasked them with defending the realm's shores from any outside forces that might seek to interfere in his endeavors. The deity now employs them solely to test the strength and durability of his self-proclaimed vessel, Mythos. The Journal of Moss. The Annals of Moss the Chronicler, a scholar of Valisthean history who unearthed many of the buried secrets of Ultima and the Circle of Malleus. Shortly after he encountered a young Harpocrates in the outer continent and inspired the boy's own pursuit of learning, Moss returned to the Twins, where his long years of wandering from ruin to relic in pursuit of the vestiges of Valisthea's past finally drew to a close.
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Okay. Might read some of those relevant topics at some point, just to make sure that we fully understand what we learned in the last bit of story content.
The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
Okay, so he's maxed out,
To you, my friend.
but I don't think the tomes are
You
complete.
wish to study the tomes?
No, they are. They are complete. So some of these last ones were interdimensional Ultima. Deep in the shadowy depths of his fractured mind, where he faced the brothers clad in the remnants of his erstwhile flesh, the infernal Eikon. So the infernal Eikon was a form discarded by Ultima. Interesting, okay. Brings to mind Ifrit, the Eikon manifested by Clive. It is seemingly incomplete, lacking as it does the wings of the being created when Clive and Joshua combined the powers of Ifrit and the Phoenix. Owls capable of transmitting the thoughts of others, specifically those with whom they are attuned. In response to an ancient incantation, their lithified third eyes store these thoughts in the form of ether, allowing them to be passed on as and when required, though only to the intended recipient. Stoluses are mainly kept by royals, nobles, and other figures of authority for the purpose of sending secret or urgent messages, and are seldom available to common folk.
The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
Yep, there's one more. Either there's another quest, maybe for Joshua, I would expect, or you would get that one if that if you did the time trials. Snow Daisy Garland. The greatest gift. Priceless. It feels like a lifetime ago. It was a lifetime ago. That afternoon on Man's Hill was our very first adventure, but somehow, I knew even then that it would not be our last. I will never forget that day, and the simple fact that you have not either fills my heart with a joy so fierce, I cannot describe it. Since the moment we first met, you have always been an important part of me, the half that makes me whole. When times are darkest, you are my light. When I am lost, you are my guiding star. You are just what I need. You are all that I need. You are the greatest gift. Jill. What a great romance story, dude. Alright. No other markers?
First the skies.
Yep. So, what'll it be?
We've got the best weapon you'll make me?
And?
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Finished, are you?
Alright. We're ready to go into the mission, I think, so let's make a save here. Now, I'm probably going to go and eat lunch right now, so that I am not hangry as we go into the last bit of this game. But man, am I excited to do it. See you in a second. Alright, lunch has been had. Hangry subsided. It is time. It is time. Oh my god. Travel to origin, Central Valisthea. Awoken from its slumber beneath the foundations of Twinside, this corrupted construct now looms over the Twins. Its form a bruise on the very heavens.
Make sure you do this time. Oh, and while you're at it,
Here come the A-team. Jill and Torgal can come over here too.
Clive, if you see me dad up there, Tell him we were right to leave his legacy with you.
Tell him he'll be in the front row. There's no way he'd miss this. Well, behave yourself, Mid.
We'll see.
Joshua, Yote is standing right over there. Go and talk to her.
So, you're in charge now, Gav.
And what does Tyre have to say about that? Come back before she finds out, eh?
Yes!
Thank you, Yote. I'm sorry.
Your Grace, I shall pray for your safe return.
Tell him how you feel, girl.
That's kind of you. But you should pray he took his medicine. I didn't spend all night grinding herbs for his lordship to leave them on his nightstand. Again.
You needn't fear, Lady Tyre. And thank you.
See that your brother comes back in one piece. Or, at most, two. Any more and you can heal him yourself.
I'll keep that in mind.
Is that a loaded gun? Is dude gonna lose a hand or something?
Well, there's nothing to say that hasn't already been said. But that's never stopped me before, so just you do what needs doing. And don't worry about us.
We'll do our best, Uncle.
That we will.
If that is all?
Not quite.
So is she not coming? I guess she doesn't have Shiva's power.
Jill.
Still, though.
It's time, isn't it?
It is. Take care of him.
Oh, no, Torgal. Buddy.
You take care of her too, boy.
Man, is he not coming back from this?
Don't forget, Clive. We all choose our own path. Believe in yours. I do.
I'll be back. I promise. I love you, Jill.
I know. I love you too.
When their foreheads met, the controller vibrated. You cheeky developers. Oh, look who else is here. The whole gang. Oh, man. This ending's gonna break my heart. I can already tell.
No.
Question is just
We
how.
have a god to kill.
They are too cool. They had to make their exit the coolest way possible. Don't worry, Jill. If I have my way, he'll come back safe and sound. I don't know if I'll get my way. I'll do my best, Jill. I really will. Oh, the crystal theme in the background. I love it. The leitmotifs in this game are astoundingly well executed.
Here they come. Hold on, Joshua.
Already am.
Damn, dude. Go, Bahamut.
He's going to make us a way in.
So after his powers were taken by Clive, he's still able to prime without going mad. I was under the assumption that you had to, like, kind of go Akashic to be able to prime again, but clearly that's not always the case.
So, this is Origin.
A far cry from heaven.
Where it all began. Where it all begins. Our ark. Your architect.
There you are.
It was here that we slumbered. Here that we waited.
Damn, in Twinside the entire time, huh?
Centuries, clinging to our decrepit shell, for fear that we might have need of it once again. But you have come at last. And now we shall be truly complete.
Well, there's 3 of us and 1 of him. Let's make it count.
God, Bahamut's so cool in this game.
Dominance. We will show you what it means to suffer.
One-winged angel, huh?
We'll show you.
The damage numbers, and look at his health bar.
Suffered enough.
Damn, he negated that first hit, though. Ooh. As usual, the music goes hard. Shit, dude. Our collective health bar is draining fast. This is the Tri-Unity. Uncle Byron's got nothing on our Unity, huh? Hellfire, baby. The ultimate Hellfire. Let's do this. Tri-Disaster. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Ultima Thrime thwarted. I don't buy it. It's a fake out. He blocked the whole fucking thing.
Surrendered, this unpleasantness could have been avoided.
Yeah, they did the one wing and angel motif on purpose. And I love it. Joshua, don't do anything dumb.
We have you.
Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. What a bro. I'm feeling many emotions right now. My man Dion, dude. Giving the brothers just enough time. Shit. This might be the end of Dion. Yes!
Now, Father, it is done.
Shit. He's not dead till I see a body. He's not dead till I see a body. That's all I have to say.
Clive! Clive! No.
Thank the Founder. Did I mention you look terrible?
That makes two of us.
Oh, I'll be alright.
And Dion. Take my hand.
No, I told you, I'll be...
Come on.
Thank you.
Press on.
Always.
Okay. We're in it. The core. So, this is where we're going to end this episode. Thank you all for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And in the next one, these brothers are going to walk down that hallway and see what comes next. Bye, everybody.
I'd like to give a very special shout out to my patron supporters: Darren York, ZTD, Knife Namaste, Kyle the Monarch, Andrew Smith, Chris Murphy, JW, Quinless, Chris Smith, Vlado101, Andy Ford, Angel Mejia, Black Mamba 90, Eureka Gecko, A Happy Fat Panda, and Kyle Schluter. If you would also like to join this tier or any others, check out my memberships or my Patreon in the description down below.